Part 3, Into the Woods. The boy and his old friend found a trail in the grass and began to follow it. The grass grew deeper and wilder around them with every step. They could sense the magic of the forest unfolding as they walked along. Petals of golden flowers floating through the air, bushes the size of buses, and on the soft breeze they could hear the whispers of trees who had never forgotten how to talk. But now they heard other voices, distant but more distinct. "Do you hear that, Walter?" the boy said. "We should go check it out." Strange voices in a magical forest, Walter said. "I think we should go the other way." But the boy held the bear's hand tighter and pressed on, following the sound of voices down the trail and around a tall apple tree where they saw two snails with large colorful shells. One's shell was striped in brilliant red. The other's was marked by a brilliant pink spiral. The two snails were in the middle of a great debate. "I say we go left," said Stripe. "And I say we go right," said Spiral. "My friend, I've gone left before," Stripe said, "and the grass makes the journey smoother." "Well, my love, I've gone right before," Spiral said. "There's dirt and rocks and roots, but the path is shorter." "Okay, then I'll go right," Stripe said. "And I'll go left," said Spiral. "See you on the other side," they said together. "Excuse me," the boy asked, walking closer. "But what are you doing?" "We're trying to get to the apple that fell from that tree," Stripe said, gesturing with its left tentacle. The boy followed the pointing tentacle with his eyes to the largest apple tree he had ever seen. "Turns out," Spiral said, "it fell a lot farther away than people say." "I'm so confused," the boy said. "If you choose left and you choose right, why did you both end up going the opposite way?" "Oh, that's simple," Stripe said. "When we can't agree, we don't argue forever. She just does it my way. And she does it mine," Spiral said. "But if you both think you're right," the boy asked, "why bother doing it the other way?" "Because everyone thinks they're right," Spiral said, "until they discover they're wrong," Stripe said. "Now, if you'll excuse us," they said together, "we've got an apple to get to." The boy and the bear climbed up to the tree's lowest branch and sat together to watch the race. The boy was mesmerized by the snails and their beautiful shells. "Imagine living with your own house on your back," the boy told his bear. "A house just for you, with no one else's rules to follow." "But then you could never have a sleepover," Walter reminded him. Then, more quietly, he added, "or a place to go home to after an adventure." The two friends returned their attention to the race about to begin below them. From their branch, they could see both snails stretching their strange little muzzles as they prepared to start their journeys. Stripe took off. She clambered and climbed over rocks and roots, dodging wormholes and sharp twigs. The road was rough, but she found a rhythm and moved quickly. Well, quickly for a snail, which is pretty slow. Spiral slid carefully through a smooth section of uncut grass. She stopped once to smell a flower and once to lick a drop of dew from a leaf. Then she stopped again to watch a cluster of butterflies twirling overhead. When she arrived at the apple, Stripe was already there waiting. "You were right," Stripe said, shaking pebbles from her tentacles and dirt from her shell. The dirt path is so much shorter. Let's use it next time." "But you were right too," Spiral said, her eyes still wide with delight. "The grass path was beautiful and smooth. I saw butterflies, flowers, so much sky." The snails began devouring the apple together, stopping every now and then to share stories of their different adventures. The boy and Walter listened for a while, because the snails, who had traveled many roads in their lives, sometimes together, sometimes apart, but always very, very slowly, were excellent storytellers. But now it was time to keep walking. "Walter, yes, friend, what do you think we would have seen if we tried things Mom's way?" They walked a little farther, their feet sometimes tangling in the growing grass, pondering other paths they could have taken. The boy remembered his abandoned list of adventures. Walter thought about waffles. Then the boy heard a growl. "Walter, you really need to control your stomach." That wasn't me," Walter said. "Ah! Did we win?" the boy asked. "Yes," the bear answered.